Hi and welcome, and thank you for joining. Today I'm going to talk about Microsoft Word 2016, and I'm going to be doing a video request for Candy's question, which is, in my experience, most college papers that I've done require APA format. Is the process the same as MLA, or could you do another video specifically for APA? So today I'm going to do the process for APA. The process will be a little bit different in Microsoft Word compared to the process of MLA. So let's go ahead and get started. Today I opened up a blank Word document right here. Now whenever I'm working in APA style, first thing I want to do is make sure that all my references are done also in APA style. So I go to the References tab and I make sure that in the Citations and Bibliography group that this right here under Style is APA. So that's kind of the first step. Then I go back to the Home tab. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to set up what's called the header. So I'm going to double click either in the header section or I'm going to go to Insert tab, Header and Footer, and I'm going to go to Header and choose Edit Header. Okay, that'll bring you up here to the header section of your document. Okay, now the first thing that we have to do is put in what's called the running head onto the header. Now this running head will have, for the first page, it's going to be different from the rest of your pages. So first thing I want to do is go to the header and footer design tab and click different first page. Okay. Next thing I want to do is format this header. And when I say format, I'm talking about the text and the font. So right here for the font, I'm going to choose Times New Roman, and then I will choose size 12 for the size. Now that's going to be the font and the size for the entire APA style document. So the first thing I'm going to do is type in running head, and then I will type in a shortened title. Okay, so this, and I don't type in shortened title obviously, but this will be a short version of the title of the research paper that you're writing. Then you're going to press tab a few times and it'll take you over here to the right section, and then we're going to insert a page number. So over here I'm going to click on the header and footer design tools tab, and then on the header and footer group I'm going to click page number, and I'll go to current position, and I'll just choose plain number. Okay, so that's going to format our header right there. And then you could go to the header and footer design or header and footer tools design tab and go right here to close out of that. And that's going to take you back to your regular section here, okay, or your body section. Now we're going to format the paragraph settings. So go to the Home tab, Paragraph group, and click the little dialog box launcher in the bottom right of that group, and it'll open up the paragraph settings dialog box. So now what we're going to do is adjust the paragraph settings. Now I want you to look at this section for spacing. The spacing I want to be 0 for before and 0 for after. So I changed those both to 0, and then I changed the line spacing itself to double so that it's double spaced. And then you could click OK. Alright, now we have to remember, even though we changed the font size and the font for our header, it's still defaulted to Calibri here. So I want to change the font to Times New Roman and the font size to 12. Okay, so we have that done. Now we can get ready to put in our title. So I'm going to press enter a few times. Usually right here is about a good point. It should be in the top upper middle of your first page. And so I'm going to do a Control E, which is to center. Okay, you could also go to the Home tab, Paragraph group, Center. And then we're going to put the full title. Okay, this could take up 1 or 2 lines. And then you're going to put your name below that. And then below that, you're going to put your school or your organization. All right, so then after that, you're going to press enter a few times to go down towards the bottom of the page. Now you can choose to do this or to not do this, but down below that is supposed to basically be in the left section, so you'll have to go back to Align Left or Control L. It's supposed to be the contact information. So you can put your contact information right below that. Okay, and you might have a few different departments or something along those lines that you could add into right there. Now, after you get your contact information done, you're ready to go to the next page. Now, remember, we don't want to just press enter to go through the next page. We want to insert a page break. So go to the Insert tab and go to Page Break, and click right there, and that'll take us down to page 2. Now notice that we don't have our header at the top of page 2. That's because we chose a different first page up at the top on our first page header. So now we have to add in our second page header. So the second page header you can get to by going to the Insert tab, Header and Footer group, clicking Header, and going down to Edit Header. And now this is our second page header right here. We have to go to the Home tab and change our font settings back to Times New Roman and size 12, so make sure to not forget to do that. And then in all capital letters, we're going to type in full title. Okay, so this will be the full title of your research paper. Okay, and then we should go and hit tab a few times and then go to the Header and Footer Tools Design tab, and again go to page number in the current position, plain number. So we do that, we see the 2 is listed here. Then we can close the Header and Footer Tools tab. Now while I'm thinking about it, back up at the first page, although running head is in lowercase letters, make sure that the shortened title is in all uppercase. Okay, so just make sure to do that as well. Alright, so down here on page 2, what we're going to type in now is the word abstract. And so it needs to be centered first, so do a Control E to go to the center, and then type in abstract. And then what the abstract section is basically a shortened version of the beginning of your research paper. So basically a short description on what you're writing about, the target audience, and what the purpose of the document is. So that's what the abstract section is. So in short, a short description of what the research is, the target audience, and again, also the purpose. So that'll take you down to here. Now notice that we don't have anything other than that. That should take you to about the halfway point on the page. It shouldn't be too much longer than that for the abstract section. Then you're going to insert another page break. So you go to the Insert tab, the Pages group, and you click Page Break. And that takes us down to page number 3. Now, since the page number 3 header automatically displays, you don't really need to do anything with the header section for the rest of your research paper. Now, down here on page 3, you're either going to put the title or an introduction section, or both, into the very beginning and center of this page. So you might do the title right here, introduction right there, and then you're ready to type. So then you go back to left align. Now there's one very important paragraph setting that you have to change before you can start to type out your research paper, and that's the indentation. So you have to go to the Home tab, Paragraph group, and then you click the Paragraph Settings dialog box launcher, and then you change the indentation right here. So indentation should be 0 and 0 for the left and right, but you have to change special to first line indent by 1/2 inch, which should be the default setting after you click first line. Then you click OK. And that'll give you the first line indentation for the rest of your pages. Okay, now let's say you've finished typing all of your research, you've put in all of your sources, everything looks good, and so you're typing the whole way through, and let's say page 9 is our last page. And so we're all done, we've finished everything by page 8, so now you need to put in a references section. The way that you do the references section is you go to the References tab, and you go to Citations and Bibliography group, and then you click Bibliography. And you can either enter in a bibliography, references, or works cited page right there. When you do that, make sure that you set the formatting exactly the same as the rest of the document, as it'll have Word's default formatting there. So you're going to want to make sure it's Times New Roman, size 12, double space with 0 spacing after. And remove the indentation from that part as well. So you'll go through, you'll do all of that, you'll center the word references, and then you'll be good to go. Now I have a video on citations and bibliography for MLA format, and So go ahead and take a look at that if you'd like. And I have also how to manage your sources as a video on Microsoft Word. So if you enjoyed this content, make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I also have playlists on Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel as well as computer fundamentals. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section. And if you have a video request, please put it in the comments as well. Thank you so much for watching.